Hello everybody, this is nuzcraft, and welcome back to some Cogmind. We are currently in the lower caves, -7. Take a look at our little map here. We're in the second bit of the lower caves. And I think we're doing weekly seed number 101, I think it was. I could be mistaken, I don't quite remember. I was actually doing homework right before this. Needed a little break to put my mind at ease. So we're going to do a little recording session, and then I'm going to go back to doing homework. So we're going to see if we can make it through these caves alive. Take a look at our current loadout. We're running treads. We've got some backup legs if we need them. We have an extra medium storage unit that don't necessarily need, but we're just going to try and pick up as much stuff as we can while we can. We could take out some of these Samaritans if we want, but that seems mean. They're nice. They're nice robots, so I'm going to leave them be. Now our goal here is literally just to survive. We have a signal interpreter, but we lost our sensor array in the last set of lower caves, and oh, we've got a little bit of corruption. It was being ridiculous. We lost our sensor array. Ooh, there's a door. Doors seem bad. Map updated, -6 Thion. So that's somewhere up here on -6. Okay, so doors in the caves seem bad. I don't know what's in those, so I'm gonna look. This might be our sticky end. Oh, hey, look at this outpost we reappropriated. That's wonderful. So we've got kind of pseudo friends. Terrain scan processor, hammer, shrapnel gun. I want all of these things. Maybe less so the terrain scan processor. It's really good. And let's see, what is this? More.sys. Broken beyond repair. Ooh, and what is this one? Pulse rifle. Okay, so grab this guy. Yep, this storage unit's got to go. Pick up this guy. Makeshift hammer. How does this compare to our katana? Wow, katana is worse, but it's slashing instead of impact. Let's do it. This guy seems cool. I wonder if there's anything we can do in here. Ooh, record events. Oh, these are fun. Scouting mission reported with intel. We've got some factory entrances. Research entrances. Factory zone layouts. And extension security info. I don't know any war.sys commands. So we're gonna leave there. Okay, so there's... Is that the entrance we came from? No, it's not. So we could get to factory if we wanted to go here, but I think there's a branch around here somewhere. I'm gonna try and find it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the stuff. But at least we know now. Let's see. And then, yeah, just the one exit. Okay. Shoot, it's a commando. There we go. Get my friends to take care of him for me. And maybe it'll drop stuff. Okay. What is this? Light nuclear core. There we go. Good deal. That's really all I wanted. There's an engineer. Is this really a good idea? I don't know. Are these friends gone? Nope, they're still here. Aluminum leg. Look at that. It's good to have friends. Okay. What did we lose? We lost a heavy assault rifle. So let's go ahead and throw on this Gatling laser. Get something not matter related in there. Which, like, why did we not pick up all this matter? Did we just not go over it? Oh, it's because we just used it. Okay, yeah, that's what we did. Alright, we're getting a little bit far away from those guys, so if we see more, we'll probably have to just try and take them out. Got some scrap. Gauss rifle. Layered armor plating. Let's see, how does this stack up against our propulsion shielding? Way more coverage. Causes a bit of heat though. That's okay. I don't mind. Did a virus shoot itself? Looks like it. Shrapnel gun, I think, will be nice here. And then the pulse rifle, maybe, with shock rifle. That is good. That is quite good. What is this? A compact battery. Pick this guy back up. We've got an exit. Where does this go? Data miner. Now the data miner is a place that I don't think I've actually gone on my own. I think I've seen people go there, but I've never actually, like, I've watched Let's Plays where people head to the data miner, but I never have. So we're going to see what it's all about. I know that, oh god, where are we doing this? This seems dumb. That's better. And then, let's see. Throw our propulsion shielding on. That's good. This is cool. Data conduit. And this is an exit to the proximity caves. Cool. I've seen people kill him for his stuff, but then, like, a bunch of bad guys come out of the wall and stuff. I don't really know how it goes, but okay, this is the data miner. Data miner. I'm the data miner, and I've been given permission to aid you with a little knowledge. Find what you need on the terminals, then be on your way, because masking your presence is increasingly difficult. Okie dokie. Look at this, like, super sweet machine. Because look, oh look, he's got this sweet hackware. So the deal is that people try and kill him for his hackware. Which I am not going to do. Data miner. Section 7 locations. You were born here, LRC V3. The question is, can you return on your own terms? Map updated with -3, section 7. Okay, so anybody watching this is going to be full of spoilers. Full of spoilers. Because I didn't know that about section 7. This is me learning something. Transfer stations, a network of air tunnels connects distant areas of complex OB10 with OB1, enabling non-combat robots to quickly travel between the two as necessary. Stations are at either end register robots on departure and arrival. As complex OB10 is expanded, an increasing number of the stations have been brought into service, the two most active being located in Hub 04 and Extension. Analysis following a previous Warlord attack on a now defunct transfer station in the factory revealed that disabling a station reduced by half the capacity to reroute new robots to restore those missing or destroyed across the entire complex OB10. So the one in Extension, I think, goes to Cetus, I think is what it's called. And I don't know what Cetus is because I accidentally took the wrong one. It's okay. Network hubs. Much of complex OB10's terminal network traffic is routed through central servers deep underground, and it is at these points that network activity is analyzed and verified. They are heavily defended, but long-term analysis has shown that taking a single hub offline would reduce effectiveness of complex-wide remote detection and tracing efforts by 20%. Neutralizing additional hubs has less of an impact, however, as other network centers compensate for the expected instability. That's interesting. Warlord diversionary attacks. Recent attacks launched by Warlord's forces in the factory levels, most of which are carried out through tunnels dug into waste subzones, are diversionary in nature, aiming to draw Maindatzi's combat forces away from the upper levels in preparation for a full-scale attack likely to be initiated soon after God Mode is finished. Now, what is God mode? In outfitting their pet project, Warlord and Tinkerers didn't rely entirely on their usual benefactor, but they're not so great at hiding secrets, so we already know God mode has integrated a new type of secondary weapon. Should the tactical circumstances evolve such that a conventional attack might fail, Warlord is prepared to sacrifice his ultimate war machine to send out a selective EMP blast tuned specifically to fry only main.c systems over a large area. That's pretty cool. Warlord prototype stash. This is the Oracle interface, by the way, which I thought was interesting. Warlord prototype stash. As expected, the prototypes we lent to Warlord appear to have given his Tinkerers an ample foundation on which to develop unique technologies to counter the imminent threat from main.c. Also somewhat expected, when asked to return said prototypes, Warlord claims they were destroyed in testing. We don't want to anger him at this point, otherwise we'd point out that they're in his stash behind the door with an access code of F7XF. Ha, that's interesting. So if we get to Warlord, we can take his stuff. Okay, so a couple things here. I think it's really interesting that the data miner was given permission to aid me. And it's all of these sentences talk about we lent to Warlord, so I wonder who this group is. It's not the Zionites, it's not Warlord. So who is it? Interesting. What kind of manual commands? Oh, okay. Warlord stash. Good deal, good deal. Alright, let's go to this one. Ah, ooh, schematics. We're definitely going to want to get some hackware so we can get some of these schematics set up. Alright, garrison access points. Garrisons have several links to each of the largest complex OB10 levels, and taking out the locations will delay programmer response by an average 25% each. The least dangerous way to do so is by overriding the seal controls, which may either go unnoticed or be considered a legitimate defensive lockdown. A force jam hack will also work, but always results in both an investigation and overall higher state of alert. Physically disabling the access point is another option, usually via heavy thermal weaponry, though this approach clearly signals that powerful hostiles are in close proximity, warranting the dispatch of an assault squad. So if you really want to kill a garrison, use thermal weapons. Brute force hacking. Leave it to the Warlord to make heavy use of this most inelegant way of getting machines to do what he wants. Recklessly obliterating a system from the inside may be more likely to get results, but is a sure way to alert the enemy that something is wrong. Trojan assimilate. One of the most useful potential allies among main.c's forces aren't even armed, but are notoriously difficult to convince. Operators. The best way to take control of one is to infect the terminal they're responsible for with an assimilate Trojan, which will automatically launch a system attack when they next use it. A friendly operator is a continuous source of valuable information and will help hack other systems. This Trojan has an unassisted 40% chance of successful install at all security level 1 terminals. That's pretty useful if you can get to a terminal before the administrator or the operator. Trojan reprogram. This particular Trojan was developed some time ago but has never been used in order to keep its capabilities a secret until absolutely necessary. The reprogrammed Trojan uses the access system itself to assimilate the next squad to emerge from a garrison, forcing them to serve as allies. While useful for obtaining emergency reinforcements, with an estimated chance of unassisted success of 20%, this hack is only available to exceptional hackers. And recycling access. Main.c eventually caught on to the high level of derelict traffic moving through recycling, and as expected, it put stronger protective measures in place. This is actually quite beneficial, as it creates a false sense of security, despite the fact that I've already installed a traceless backdoor that allows any derelicts who know the access code to come and go freely. / I am derelict. However, safe travel still requires a means to avoid or neutralize the increasing number of spotter drones patrolling the area. Recycling access. Where is recycling? So Zion's on -6. Section 7's on -3. I've never heard of recycling. Maybe it's actually like at a recycling terminal? I don't know. Alright, schematics. Ooh, combat. Drone bay. Light regenerative plating. Okay. Cesium ion thrusters. That's great for flight. Experimental terrain scan processor. And a plasma sword, which sounds awesome. Then we've got a prototype ID bank for a heavy particle gun. Guided EMP blasters. Cooled deuterium engines. Good deal. From the data miner, I've just received further instructions. God mode is nearly complete, and we think you might be able to put it to better use than Warlord. If you see an opportunity, hack it and enter / E97K to gain control via the backdoor I've installed. Now off with you. So if we get to God mode in Warlord, we can take control. Interesting. Alright, so now we are in the proximity caves of -6. There's scrap and some derelict log. Okay, so that was really interesting. Seeing the data miner, there's a bunch of info. Where are we at on our lore now? We were at like, look at that, 30%. We got a bunch of extra stuff. Yeah, that was super cool, super informational. Now we just have to survive through the proximity caves, which kind of bites because our core is pretty low and we don't have a lot of stuff. But that is an adventure for next time. So thank you so much for watching. This was nuzcraft, and we'll see you in the next one.